Yeah, we back.
RawTopicsTV.
We told y'all we was coming right back. Did y'all follow us over? Did
you hit that notification?
Hey, if you hit that notification, then y'all followed us over. Now, if we didn't pick up some new followers, hey, y'all hit that notification too, so y'all can stay on this journey with us.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Well,
This is Agent Orange.
Oh, of course. Agent Orange and Dolow Dave. You know what this is. You know what this is. But getting back to what we was talking about in the last little situation. We were talking about these. First we were talking about these lazy ass niggas. Now, what makes up these lazy ass niggas right now? What makes up these lazy ass niggas? It's the generations of these kids. This generation
the
of
parents,
kids.
Basically the parents.
It's all intertwined.
Okay.
It's all intermixed. Okay. It's all intermixed. And
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
But for this show, we're gonna have us a special guest, our homeboy, from the turf, our boy Mr. KB.
So,
yeah, we're gonna have him on the show. He gonna be filling in on what he thinks. Say what's up, my boy.
What's up, KD?
What's up with y'all, man? How y'all doing?
Oh, we doing pretty good, bro.
Good, man, we're doing good. But I was talking to my cousin the other day, and she asked me to speak on this situation right here, man. And it's the children of this generation, and how the kids don't have no respect no more. They don't have respect for the adults. They don't have respect for themselves. I mean,
their peers.
Nobody. And she wanted us to speak on that, and and that's what we're gonna do. Me being the father of some young men, young boys, 10 and under. I see their transformation into certain things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I'm looking at what they are being exposed to. And not even as a bad parent, 'cause I feel like I'm a parent that really monitors.
You're a great parent. Your wife.
But I feel like I monitor what my kids watch.
I talk to you all the time. Yeah, you guys are great parents.
But I monitor with I monitor what my kids watch. Now, it's so much stuff out here until it's hard for a parent to be able to do that, to monitor everything that your kid is doing.
The TV is raising
so
them.
Hard.
The TV is raising these kids. Even we got to go to work. You and your wife got to make ends meet. So you guys are going to work. When the kids ain't in school, you guys say, "What do you think the kids doing? They on that too."
Yeah, they on the TV
or the internet.
But they on the internet more. The internet.
Yeah.
The cell phones. All that, that plays a big part in what's going on.
You gotta really think, man, with social media, we didn't grow up on social media, so everything that we got exposed to through
organically, pretty much. We got it from the streets. We got it from
hand to hand, you know what I mean, eye to eye type situations. Like, so the difference is nowadays with the social media, we got adults, we got grown ass women on here asshole naked, you know what I mean? We got men on here flashing their firearms and shit, you know what I mean? And,
wow.
Showing stacks of money and whatnot.
You're right,
life
bro.
Savings, telling people where they live and like just showing their lifestyle. And that's the way. That's what a lot of these adults are on. So when you look at the way social media has changed the world and the dynamic of the world, you got to understand that these kids, they're going to follow behind what they see the adults do. So we got to set the examples and let them know that you're not supposed to be giving up your personal life like that on social media. If you're going to be motivational to somebody, that's one thing. If you want to take a person on your weight loss journey, that's another thing. You want to take a person on your celebration till you graduate from high school, college, or whatever, that's cool. But like I was telling my daughter, she's in college. I got a 19-year-old.
Yeah. Shout out to Sade.
Shout out to Sade.
Yeah, you gotta really, you gotta really just use it in the way that it needs to be used. It's not something that you take and put your personal business out and you air out your dirty laundry and stuff like that. Social media is the devil.
I agree
like
100.
Another way to expose, you know what I mean, mankind, and
I was always taught that in school.
To push us farther away from, you know what I mean, Christianity and all of these different things, or whatever your sect of religion is. It's distractions. So with the kids,
you're right, bro.
I say a lot of the influences comes from what they see. It's not even television. It's social media. It's this internet. So as parents, I just think, you know, obviously you got, you know, kids 10 and under.
But my boy, back in the day, my boy, it was way easier for a parent to sort of monitor what was going on because we didn't have all this out there. Now it's super hard for the parent, but the parents seem like they not up for the task. They scared of their kids, man.
They want to be friends with their kids.
They scared of them, and you have the ones that want to be friends with them, man. And that's just not going to work. For one, you can't be scared of your kid. And for two, you're not your kid's friend. Point blank. You they parent. Be they parent. But, I mean, you know, they're not being, you know how you get, you know, you have these kids where, well, we grew up with a young little dude, you know, a Caucasian dude that, you know, went off on his parents and shit like that, called the police on him because they told him that he didn't, you know, that he had to go to school. He didn't want to go to school. And you know, so the respect, man, is gone. I mean, see, I guess my moms and them never got the memo about not whooping your kid and all that shit. I know, bro. Yeah, she never got that memo. I mean, or if she did, she burned it, threw it away, and burned it up or something. I don't know. But you have to discipline your kid. It said in the Bible, spare the rod, you spoil the child. Exactly. Now, that don't mean beat your kid because you get drunk or you get high off something or whatever, or that's the only contact that you even show to that kid. You don't just go and just do that. Nah, that's abuse. But when you're whooping your kids and you know, and you getting them, you know, chastising them and leading them in the correct way, I think that should be applauded. Yes, that should be applauded. I love seeing these women and men whoop their kids in the store. I love seeing them little kids get their little asses whooped. I got mine. They be
out of control,
man. But I got my ass whooped in the store, and I was out of control. I'm not gonna lie, I was out of control. But I got my ass whooped on the spot. Get get your ass beat where you do your dirt.
I knew not to play.
And you know, so
when I'm with mama, I'm a scholar.
Nah, well, shit, I wasn't like that, man. I get out and get my ass. I show the fuck out, man, and get my ass blow out because of it. That's why I tell everybody I got a lot of whoopings as a kid, but I mean, I never say that I didn't need them whoopings. I needed them whoopings to make me who I am now.
Yes, sir.
But these kids nowadays, man, you talking about whooping a kid, they not calling CPS. Yeah, they don't. Some of them is, and some of them, man. These kids nowadays is just
especially a non-black kid.
They just so often they just think that they are part of this shit, man.
They're entitled now. These kids are entitled now. We went to a whole different struggle when we were growing up. We knew better. We knew we was finna get our ass whooped if we fucked up. We knew that we had to do the right thing. Nowadays, these kids are so entitled. They feel like, just hand me stuff and I'm good.
Yeah, on everything. Yeah, but how you feel about these kids, man, on these drugs and shit, being young and shit, getting strung out on this shit?
I mean, bro, you know, it's 50-50. 50% of that is their parents. Yeah. I hold the adults that's in the community surrounding these kids responsible.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, when you say that, brother, I mean, you saying like 18-year-old kid, a 16-year-old kid?
No, we're talking about the babies, man.
No, we're talking about the kids. I'm talking about like these 14, 13.
Okay.
Them, you know,
I agree with you, man. I agree.
Like, you know what I mean? Because it's not just the parents, it's the uncles, it's the aunties, it's the big brothers, it's the
It's
big
the stuff they're being exposed to.
Exactly.
It's the mentors and stuff that's in the neighborhood.
Their whole environment.
We got to do better as an environment, man. In this community, in this black community, we got to just do way better than the way we doing. It's like I say, it take a village to raise children. Like, you would want your kid to cross paths with some drug dealers or some gang members in the neighborhood, and those drug dealers and them gang members are trying to expose your child the way we got exposed at 12, 13 years old.
Yeah. I mean, it was a level of respect for the kids, man. It was a level of respect for the kids.
See, back then, they knew not to mess with unless a kid showed he wanted to do that and showed that he could live up to those expectations for those certain vices.
Yeah, but it was a level of, but they, it was back then, man. The kids was pretty much off bounds, out of bounds for anybody, But then it started getting like when we was in high school and stuff, the other motherfuckers, they want to come and you just start seeing as you get older, you just start seeing these lousy ass motherfuckers that's coming
lousy
in.
influences, basically.
Yeah, they coming in and infiltrating people. Yeah, man, you see that shit, man.
I agree with both you guys. I agree with my boy Agent Orange, and I agree with you too, Katie. I really appreciate you guys' strong points and
yeah, man, but this is what it is.
Yeah,
this is what it is, and this is
man,
why
it's unfortunate that in our community we do a lot of exploiting each other. We do a lot of we kind of expose our kids to a lot at a young age. And I know this is something that happens in our community more than a lot of other places. You got to stop condoning these kids to think they grown.
Exactly.
Being grown. Exactly. When I was growing up, I couldn't sit up at a card table with my mom and dad when they were sitting up drinking and playing cards at late night. When you go, I'm in a lot of communities and shit. And when you're in the inner city or whatnot, you can see that a lot of people in our culture, we tend to allow the kids to think that they're the same age as us. You know what I mean? You don't want to discipline your kids until they get out of line and get smart with you, but then otherwise you allow them to
they allow them to just do it. It's like a free pass. And they think it's cute. Cool. And that's the thing. They think that shit cute. The parents be thinking that shit's cute, man. Until, they get to seeing that they done raised a fucking monster. That they can't control. And then it's like, oh my God, I need some help. I don't have no help with my kid or whatever. Nah, you raised this monster, Dr. Frankenstein.
Exactly.
Shit, the fuck? The fuck is wrong with you? Now you done forgot?
Exactly.
Shit. You didn't let this motherfucker sit up and watch you drink and watch and sit up and smoke and inhale all the contact smoke from whatever smoke is going on in the room.
I never did any of that. I never did any of that shit.
We never did.
Kid is only a part of the environment he grows up in. He or she.
Just like the other day, I seen out here in San Bernardino, this little boy, this little Latino boy. The police shot him because he had
in San Bernardino or
in San Bernardino the other day. They just shot this little boy.
I didn't hear about that.
They just shot this little boy, this little Latino boy. They shot him. He was, I guess, I don't know, he had to have some mental issues or whatever, something going on at home. But he was a 13-year-old boy. He had called the police, told the police, I killed 3 people. What? The police arrived at the little cemetery down there or whatever. He in the cemetery with 2 handguns with extendos or whatever. Wow. He busts, when the police come, he busts one or whatever. And the police get to telling the little commands to get down or whatever, or drop your weapons. He didn't comply, so they bust on him. Now, it was a lethal round, but it didn't lethally hit him or nothing. Oh, God, he just, that was good. That was good. But, because that little boy has something going on with him. He's too young. He's too young to be doing the shit that he's doing, not to have something going on that's deeper. Or whatever, man.
I agree with that.
Kids don't do nothing but pick up what they was taught, man.
I got you. Okay, but
or what they said.
Yeah.
And then shit. And then yeah, man. Well, yeah. shit, whatever it is they see, man.
That's
shit,
what they do.
Shit,
Well, they're a product of their environment and a product of the people who's around them raising them.
Yeah, on everything. But shit, y'all, we get ready to get out of here on this episode. Thank you, Mr. KD, for stopping in with us and sharing your info and everything. And we will have you back on another episode because we have some more good stuff to talk about. But
man, I enjoy being here, man. Being here for y'all, man. Y'all keep up the good work and shit.
Man. Thank you, man. You stay doing your thing, man. And and we're gonna make it happen
together. Visit us soon, bro.
All right, bet, bro.
We're gonna have to come out there.
All right, got you.
All right.